Hey everybody, and welcome back to 6 Ages, Ride Like the Wind. It's time to put the food in the ground and sow the fields. We have a fairly decent food stockpile right now for some reason, even though it says food yield shortfall. I can't remember, we must have had some good, I think we had some good foraging. Goods are pretty low, honestly, so I kind of don't want to try to hire any more swords, even though that would be great. 272 horses. And how many people? I mean, we have a kind of a shortage of horses. I don't know if it's worthwhile to try to go out and try to catch some horses, or if it's better to see about doing another foraging, which may be the best option, honestly, because of a food yield shortfall here. So let's go with Sarissa, and maybe just right here, right next door. It's not too far away. I'll take a few bowmen because I can't send that many swords. Alright, fair weather and ripening grain allows for raiding, but our swords are kind of gone right now. I guess we could send a small... We could send a herd raid. That's a pretty small endeavor. Who is... But first of all, before I do that, I want to do a spirit deal, and I want to bargain... Excuse me, I cannot. I don't know that. Oh, I have to bargain with them? Oh, I can't just select, right? I have to... Yeah, I can persuade them. If I do a ritual, what is a ritual? I don't really want to do that. Okay, yeah, that's those rituals. I thought it might be different since we're on the spirits tab. But no, let's try to bargain with Raven to see if we can get our raiders to have a little more stealthiness. I want stealth, and I want to persuade Raven. We can persuade a spirit to help for at least a year, probably several, if we offer clan magic. I'm not going to offer any clan magic. Starin managed to persuade Raven to help the clan for several years. Way to go, Starin. The foragers and I have returned from the northeast. We found a large cache of nuts that some animal must have abandoned, as well as numerous spruce tips. You can eat spruce tips? Is that that's news to me. I thought spruce was a tree. Didn't know you were eating spruce tips. I'll have to look into that. And I found huge eggs, though I can't say if they were from giant birds or some sort of lizard. We loaded the travois and brought back 2 seasons of food. But here is a raid. Oh, we're completely outnumbered. Wow. They've got 8 chariots and 108 footmen, and we could only raise 9 swords and 44 bowmen at the time. Sakorda noted that the Darshame chief was daring in battle, and his clan mocked our might. They might feel emboldened to use riskier tactics. Okay. Let's put a point in magic. Let's survive. I mean, I could parlay with them, but instead, let's conduct a magic ritual and use Firehoof. The Darshame bows took on a radiant glow. Okay, so I can't really go up against them bow to bow. So let's maneuver them. Let's maneuver. The Darshame charged right into the trap we had laid for them. That's good. They still way outnumber us in regulars, though. Though we have a slight advantage in the elites. Let's fight cleverly, because they're going to fight ferociously, right? They tried to press the attack, but we made sure to shift to ground poorly suited for their chariots. We gained the upper hand. Zakorda said that he thought he and the enemy war leader were well matched. Let's do it again. Let's fight cleverly again. It didn't work. We were thrown into disarray by their risky attacks. Let's fight cleverly again. And that was not a great thing to do 3 times in a row because we got completely trounced. And we were killed And they stole 17 horses, or 17 cows and 10 horses. They stole 15 cows worth of loot. I didn't know we had 15 cows worth of loot. Well, so much for that. Crafters report that your village kiln has been firing especially well lately, resulting in pots and vessels of unusual durability. Shamans seek to speak to its spirits and discover... Shamans speak to its spirits, the spirits of the kiln. It has a face, I'm just noticing this, and discover that it wishes to reward the clan circle for its superb stewardship. Celebrate the kiln in song. Extend the benefit with an expenditure of magical resources. We don't really have that. Honor the kiln with a feast. Honor the kiln with words of praise. So I've got 1 point for song, 1 point for feast, and 1 point for words of praise. Let's do song, because feast might involve slaughtering herds or using food that we don't have, so let's do song. Who performs the song? Someone with high lore, apparently. Let's go Starin. She has excellent lore, and she also is a shaman, so she worships spirits. Do you sing it to visiting riders? Yeah, we can help out other riders. Other riders thought our song ridiculous and mocked us for it. Starin admitted that a few of the verses could have used more work. Well, that didn't help at all, did it? What's our, pretty unlucky right now. We've got a lot of dead and wounded. Let's do a quick herd raid while we can, if we can. Yes, we can. Alright, so do a quick herd raid. Who do we want to raid, though? I mean, we could try to get the Darshame back. But is that a good idea? Can I see the people? Can I get the relations? That's under relations, yes. Known clans. Rejectors, believers, favors due, favors we owe. Who fears us? Anyone? No. Who mocks us? The Darshame people, yes. The High Stallions, the Morkagans, the Umurgans. We owe them a favor, so maybe we shouldn't be attacking people we owe a favor. Well, there's the Morkagan. They mock us and they keep slaves. So maybe we can take them out. Or not take them out, but at least sneak in there and get some herds. The Morkagan, please. I'm gonna take a few more people. Get in there, guys. We managed to keep hidden until the last moment and made off with 31 cows without being spotted. Alright, well, it's always pleasant. So it's time to bring in the harvest, so we should not go raiding because we need the people here to bring in the harvest. Swords, I mean, bows our swords are looking really low. We probably should spend some time trying to recruit some people. New swords need 3 cows worth of equipment. What if I just try to get 2 more? I don't want to waste all my goods. Yep, 2 warriors, okay. An emissary from the Tricorn clan wants to know about the chieftain of the Chakar clan. Our chieftain Evern is about to enter marriage negotiations with their chieftain Heston. To be prepared, we would know more of Heston's character. We know that your clan has always had a gift of wisdom. Give us good counseling that results in successful dealings, and we will consider it payment of a favor you owe us. We will be glad to help. We don't know much about Heston. What do you take us for, tattletales? Instead, offer a gift. Amina says, we don't know enough about Heston. We don't know enough about Heston. We don't know enough about Heston. Sorry, guys. We don't know enough about Heston. I'd like to help you, but I really can't. They thanked us for our honesty. Certain other clans might make up an answer in hopes of wiggling out of an obligation at no cost to themselves. Well, we're not some other clans. Still time to bring in the harvest. We could do an emissary run. Check marks are people we've sent an emissary to? Yes. Okay. So many. We can send a check mark to High Stallion. They don't like us, known for their reliance on raiding, but surely they won't turn down a an emissary. I will send, I know it's bad to send anything, but I will send 6 herds just as a sign of friendship. Just want a sign of friendship. Just say, here guys, have 6 cows and like us a little bit, please. Alright, so that's off, and it's dark season. So maybe we shouldn't have sent somebody out when it was sitting so close to dark season. May not be a good idea. Let's go ahead and end turn, though. Oh, we're back. Or we are there. Your emissary is accorded near the High Stallion village. He brought 6 cows to offer as a gift. Just give gifts. Propose an alliance. Discuss tribute. Just give gifts. We sent Zakorded to give 6 cows to the High Stallion clan. Zakorded reports our gifts were praised by the High Stallions. Unfortunately, they still think poorly of us. But it's okay. You can't make friends with everyone. Mood minus. What's wrong with our horses? Alarm sweeps your land as many of your horses fall sick with mud fever. What's mud fever? Call on Orisa to heal them. Call on Gamari to prevent this from happening in the future. Hope for the best. Drum up friendly spirits. Drum up friendly spirits gets a point. The other 2 calling on gets a point. Call on Orisa. Call on Gamari. So it's pretty much my decision. I'm going to choose Call on Orisa to heal the horses. I know that's a short-term effect when Gamori could maybe prevent this from happening many times more in the future, but I need the short-term effect right now. Call on Orisa. How many goods do you sacrifice? I'm really low on goods, so if I have to sacrifice, I'm sacrificing herds. Mood plus, herds -6. Our healer spun to the goddess's side where she promised to relieve our misery. Alright, thank you very much. It's dark season again. Winters are harsh, a time of snow and cold. So either we could just hunker, or we could try to do a quick herd raid. Who would maybe want to go against the Darshamay as to get them back? I don't know if I want to send 9 swords, but maybe. Alright, let's try to get back the Darshamay since they raided us earlier. We managed to sneak around the Darshamay patrols and bring home 26 cows without being spotted. Very nice. It's early storm season. The weather is unpredictable. Venture is still possible. Okay. That's important to know before the year ends. We should start another venture. Clan magic never hurts. Emphasize hunting. Honestly, I could probably use more goods. Let's see. End the schism. We could try to end the schism again. Recruit more clan members. Scour for bandits. Search for spirit rocks. Trade. Increases goods. What would we trade, though? Do you have to choose what to trade? And why trade versus crafting? Crafting increases goods, too. Alright, let's seriously consider this. We could perform more ceremony to get more clan magic. We do combat training. Defend against raids. End the schism. We've tried that a few times. It didn't work. Improve clan morale by holding festival. Feast. Fletching. Foraging. Less effective in dark season. Protects the herds from predators and raids. Increases herds. Do we... Let's try increasing the herds. Sarissa visited all our herding tents. Thanks to our ongoing leadership, the herders figured we now had 11 more cows than we would have otherwise lost. But here's a raid. So maybe we should have done the protecting the herds. Or, combat, focused thing. I think raided by the Earthlings. It's 123 of them, and we basically are only putting up 50 people. Well, let's just survive. Let's put a point in magic. Let's conduct a magic ritual. Firehoof, please. Do we agree to parlay? No. Conduct a magic ritual. Firehoof, please. And they completed. They hit us with sling stones, which knocked us out even. Wow, knocked out a lot of people. Let's maneuver, please. They moved some of their forces into reserve. Let's wait for opportunities. Ulendis, what do you have to say? Ulendis spots a new force driving to join the fight on the side of the Earthling clans. Their insignia marks them as belonging to the Umurgan clan. How does Ulendis respond? Call for your bows to concentrate fire. Call for your forces to maintain focus on the Earthlings. Call for your swords to charge. Have Bardalor send spirits to confuse their approach. Yeah, let's try to confuse their approach. The Umurgini fled as wasp spirits assailed them. Good, good. Let's hold our ground again. Okay, we pushed them back. They were less than brave under fire from our bows, and we gained a better position. We gained the upper hands. The court has said it was hard to tell if their war leader was more capable. Let's fight cautiously. Although they committed their reserve force, we gained the advantage. Good. We're really low on people here, though. Let's fight cleverly. It didn't work. They pressed the attack, shaking our morale with a resolve. Let's fight cautiously. And we got completely overrun. They drove off 17 cows and 11 horses. They took 13 cows worth of loot. And we had some people killed. Lovely. So now we need swordsmen. Well, we don't have the goods to gain more swordsmen. We have a year's stockpile of food, but so that's good. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Ulendis has died of old age. At the end, he admitted that he thought highly of our clan, and that the rest of us were not so bad as he had sometimes made it seem. The clan will miss his aptitude for magic. An most ominous phenomenon perplexes us all. We keep hearing a creaking or groaning from the sky. It's not just the sound of thunder, but something far more troubling. We could not make this sacrifice to Busanari, because we ran out of goods. And, of course he would die before we could replace him before sacred time. Of course he would die. Last year, 19 babies were born. We initiated 13 children as adults. The clan has 15 fewer people, 50 more heads of cattle, and 12 fewer horses than we did last sacred time. So that sucks about the horses, but it's good for the cattle. Efforts to capture wild horses are likely to meet with misfortune, so we shouldn't try to catch horses this year. Let's put points in fields and pastures. Put points in crafts, probably. Let's say war. Alright. Leaves us 3 magic. Proceed, please. Although we do not see them as often as our ancestors did, the gods still walk among people. Supposedly brilliant hoof explorers encountered a frightening rain god near the edge of the valley. Perhaps one of us will meet a god as well. The farmers are right. I have gone through the records and the evidence is clear. The valley has gotten colder since we moved here. The gods of cold and storm seem to be winning. Frost is harming our crops, and the cows and goats don't give as much milk. Wild plants are harder to find too. We will have to make sure to keep up the sacred time rituals that help us produce food, and ask the goddesses and gods for their blessings as well. Well, let's reorganize. Let's put somebody in. Let's sort by family. Let's see if we have a. I don't remember if we had an opening or a family that didn't have any proper adults in it, I don't think. So Akot is covered. Desano is covered. Or Kent is covered. Norden is not covered. There is not a Norden. Yeah. And there's not a Zerent family either? Hold on. Yura Ekot. Yura Desano. You're an Erkent. Oh, we have 2 Ekots. Okay, that's a problem. So, should we want someone from Part? Do we want Durano or do we want Daranai? Well, let's see. What are you good at? You're excellent at food. You worship Arissa. You worship Akarna. I'm seeing he's got very good skills, very good bargaining or renowned bargaining, very good leadership. I think he's slightly better than you, Daranai. I'm sorry to say. Only 5 families are on the circle, 2 are missing. Well, you know what? It's not our fault. Oh no, we have Part. Excuse me. I was just not reading. Right. We had a Part. It's Ernost. So there's not a Nordent? A Norden. So there's Norden and Zerent. Okay. So do I want Dostalkarn, which is very good leadership, very good at combat, at everything else? Or do we want someone excellent at food? Let's see. Do we have anyone excellent at food? On the food good? Food renowned, so I don't need food. I don't know if this really matters. I don't know if I'm, if this is even important. You know what? Let's go to Trela, the Turrent. Or Carnivus. Nope, we already have Turrent. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Dolstalkarn. Do we want Dolstalkarn of the Norden family? Yeah, let's pick Dolstalkarn. On second thought, Daranai is older. You get the point. Norden is missing, I know, but that's fine. And let's do a venture before we end the episode. Can't we end this schism finally? We don't have anyone that's like renowned at diplomacy though. Let's just try it. Can we end the schism, please? As time permitted, Zakorda and the other diplomats traveled among the clans. At our patient urging, the riders acknowledged that fighting over this matter only made us vulnerable to the rams and wheels. No one gave up their beliefs. Instead, we gave up the right to attack cousin clans who did not share them, either by word or deed. We celebrated with an enormous feast, and a great relief settled upon us. Okay, so we're not saying that the other side is right, but we are saying that they're not the priority for us to be fighting against. I like that. Hello, guys. A trade delegation from the Lastralian clan makes a surprise request. They wish to trade their cows for your horses. As members of a ram clan, they can't ride horses because they don't worship your horse god Gamari. They say they're willing to buy as many as 8 horses. We're pretty low on horses, really. Trade them horses at a fair price. Gouge them. Gently explain that they will be unable to ride. So they want to buy our horses, but why do they want to buy our horses if they can't ride them? Have a little fun at their expense. Tell them you have no horses to spare. These people will not like it if we mock... The people will not like it if we mock these benighted folk. So you're saying... Explain to them that the horses will be no good to them? Have a little fun at their expense. Trade them for a fair price. Have a little fun at their expense. Have a little fun at their expense. Well, I think I need the cows, honestly. So, I'll trade you. How many horses are you willing to sell? I'll give you 5 horses. How about that? We gave them 5 horses in exchange for 20 cows, the usual value. Beaming, they departed, saying that we had granted them what other rider clans had refused. Socorta wondered if their relation might turn sour when they tried and failed to ride them. We can start another... Why can we have 3 ventures? I don't know why we can have 3 ventures. If we're doing herding and the schism and we can do another one, why can we do another one? But let's go ahead and end this episode here. It wasn't so bad. We managed to survive. And we ended the schism. That's always a plus. I think I got an achievement for that. But thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time.